All in business news, Indonesians head to the polls in less than a week to choose their next leader. Whichever candidate emerges as the winner will inherit one of the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia. A GDP growth averaged around 5% in 2023. And while that did fall short of the government's 5.3% target, the central bank is confident of a pickup in 2024, helped in a big way by election-related spending. A nation's coffers typically grow faster in the months leading up to polls. According to local media, the government already spent $1.5 billion as of December to cover expenses related to this ballot. The General Elections Commission says the 18 parties contesting have so far spent about $10.4 million as well. And with GDP expected to pick up, experts say maintaining growth at above 5% is needed. That's to create enough jobs for the 1 million plus new entrants into the workforce every year. The unemployment rate in August last year, the latest available figure, stood at 5.32%. That's down more than half a percentage point from a year earlier. Meanwhile, inflation has stayed in check for the past few months at less than 3%, with higher for longer interest rates taking a toll on consumer demand. Bank Indonesia raised interest rates by a total of 250 basis points between August 2022 and October 2023. Since then, BI has kept rates unchanged at 6% as inflation slowed. Indonesia has also seen strong growth in foreign direct investment since the pandemic. It attracted more than $47 billion in FDI in the whole of 2023, amid a surge in funding in its nickel processing industry. That's a 14% on-year increase. The nickel boom comes on the back of President Joko Widodo's resource nationalism push. Indonesia has the world's biggest reserves of nickel, but exports of that metal were banned in 2020. To capture more of their value, outgoing shipments of nickel products, indicated by the brown bar in this chart, hit $30 billion last year. That's more than 10 times what they were in 2013, helped by demand for EV batteries and stainless steel, for which nickel is a key component. Indonesia's planned new capital Nusantara also attracted more than $2.6 billion of investment last year. It's one of the legacies that President Joko Widodo hopes to leave when he leaves office. However, the mega project is falling short in terms of targets for foreign investment. Despite China's participation in that, it's also one of the more than 70 infrastructure projects in Indonesia linked to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Their combined value of more than $20 billion, sounding an alarm for some experts who are warning of a looming debt trap. Earlier, we spoke to an expert on campaign promises made by presidential candidates, as well as the outlook for the Indonesian economy. Siwage Dharma Negara outlines some of the top economic priorities for the next leader. He's a senior fellow and coordinator in the Indonesia Studies program at the ISIS Yusof Ishak Institute.
There are many issues that are facing the Indonesian economy at the moment. Not just improving the human capital quality and productivity in order to promote the competitiveness of the economy, but also continuing the development of infrastructure. While we know that President Jokowi has put so much investment in infrastructure, but we know that there are still many infrastructure gaps that the government needs to fill in. Beyond infrastructure and human capital, there is also need to improve the regulation and also the institutional quality. This is definitely what is the most difficult challenge for Indonesian government, how to improve the capacity of its institution, especially the legal institution, how to make this legal institution become more independent and more transparent. And this is related to the also many criticism from the public that the current administration has been trying to interfere in the state institution just to for the sake of political reasons. So I think what we need the new governments to address is quite a complex issue, ranging not only from the hard infrastructure but also soft infrastructure. And in terms of soft infrastructure, definitely it will need the more serious political commitment from the new government.